Assalamu alaikum students. This is science lecture of 7th class. Students, open your books. This was our previous lecture on page number 20, transport food. As we know that food is prepared in leaves by a process called photosynthesis. This food is transported to all parts of the plants. So, some tubes helps and play a vital role in the transport of food. So these tubes are called phloem tubes. This is the structure of phloem tubes. Phloem tubes takes sugar that is produced in leaves and transport these sugars to the other parts of the plant. Next we saw the main role of phloem tubes in the transportation of food, and this is the leaf structure where sugar is produced, where glucose is produced by a process called photosynthesis. These are chloroplast cells that absorb sunlight, and these are stoma that through which gases are exchanged. Carbon dioxide enter, and they use this carbon dioxide and sunlight and energy that get from sunlight. They prepare sugar solution. This sugar solution is carried by phloem tubes, and these phloem tubes transport this sugar solution upward to the stem, and stem use these sugar solutions for respiration. Next, phloem tubes transport these sugars to the downwards to the roots as well, and roots use this sugar solution for respiration and for the growth of new roots. This was our previous lecture. And next, open page number 22, and today our topic is osmosis. What is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. Students, you have seen that कि जब भी हम पानी को बहाव करते हैं, पानी का फ्लो होता है, तो आपने एक बात नोट की होगी कि जहाँ पानी कम होगा वाटर की मूवमेंट उस साइड पे होगी. मींस वाटर हमेशा हायर कंसंट्रेशन मींस जहाँ पे उसकी मिकदार ज़्यादा होती है वहाँ से वो दूसरी साइड मींस लो कंसंट्रेशन की तरफ मूव करता है. ऑस्मोसिस को समझने के लिए हम एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं. लेट्स डू दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट. We take a beaker. Water is present in this beaker, and and next we put a bag in this beaker. This bag has a water solution, has a sugar solution. Means this bag has an amount of sugar and water as well. Sugar plus water is called sugar solution. So this bag has strong sugar solution. What is strong sugar solution? Strong sugar solution means this have large amount of sugar and less amount of water. So this is strong solution. This is membrane. Students, you have read about membrane in previous lecture. What is membrane? Membrane is the outer covering of the cell, and this membrane prevents the movement of internal materials with the external environment. So this membrane is permeable membrane. What is this membrane? This membrane is permeable membrane. What is permeable membrane? Students, this is a membrane. This membrane have holes inside. Some holes are present in the membrane, and these holes let the movement of materials inside the cell and outside the cell. So that property of membrane is called permeable membrane. So permeable membrane is the quality of membrane that helps in the movement of materials inside the cell and outside of the cell. So this is the permeable membrane, and these bags contain strong sugar solution, and this contains weak sugar solution. Weak sugar solution means less amount of sugar and large amount of water. Means beaker has excess amount of sugar and excess amount of water, and bag has low amount of water. So what happens? Comes to this point. This is a membrane which is permeable. Students, when we put this bag in the beaker, water here is water molecules are larger in number, and here is sugar molecules are larger in number. These are sugar molecules and these are water molecules. And you are seeing that this is bag, and this has large amount of sugar molecules and less amount of water molecules. And this is the beaker. Beaker has very excess amount of water molecules and less amount of sugar molecules because this is weak solution. So what is happening? You will see that these water molecules move from beaker to the bag. Water molecules start moving, keep moving. जब भी जैसे ही हम बैग को इस बीकर में रखेंगे तो क्या होगा, वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स बैग में मूव करना शुरू हो जाएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स ज़्यादा हैं जबकि बैग में मौजूद वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स कम है. सो water molecules moves from higher concentration to lower concentration. So this movement is called osmosis. So what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through a permeable membrane. And students, you know that until the water molecules in both sides becomes equal, the movement is continue. जब तक दोनों तरफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स की कंसंट्रेशन इक्वल नहीं हो जाती तब तक ये मूवमेंट कंटिन्यू रहती है. सो दिस इज़ द कंसेप्ट ऑफ ऑस्मोसिस. So student, this is about the osmosis which we have learned in the diagram. And this diagram is explained in this paragraph. Read this paragraph carefully and learn this. Next, open page number 23. Transpiration. Next topic is transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plant loses water from its leaves into the surrounding air. Students, water is lost by leaves into the air, and this process is called transpiration. लीव्स से पानी का निकलना, लीव से पानी निकलता है और हवा में शामिल हो जाता है, इस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं ट्रांसपायरेशन. The water evaporates from cell inside the leaf. Water vapors then passes out of the leaf mainly through the tiny holes called stomata. Stomata are mainly found on the lower side of the leaf. Students, we have learned in previous lectures that the leaf surface has many guard cells. These are some cells that are called guard cells, and between two guard cells a hole is present. This hole is called stomata. Water is evaporated in the leaf, and then these vapors come out from this stomata and enters into the air. So this process is called transpiration. लीफ में वाटर का वेपर्स में चेंज होना और फिर उन वेपर्स का इन स्टोमेटा से निकल के हवा में शामिल होना, इस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं ट्रांसपायरेशन। कंट्रोलिंग ट्रांसपायरेशन, ट्रांसपायरेशन को कंट्रोल कौन करता है? इट्स स्टोमा इज सराउंडेड बाय 2 sausage shaped guard cells which control the size of the hole. These are the guard cells and these control the size of hole, which is called stomata. So this stomata controls the rate of transpiration. What affects the speed of transpiration? The speed or rate of transpiration can be affected by a number of things. Some things are given here. Temperature: on warm days more water will evaporate from the leaf cells, so transpiration will speed up. Students, जब टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा होगा तो आप जानते हैं कि टेम्परेचर हीट ज़्यादा होने से वाटर का वेपर्स में चेंज होने का रेट भी ज़्यादा हो जाता है. सो when more water change into vapors, then transpiration rate will increase. So with increasing the temperature, the transpiration rate will increase. Wind: on windy days, water vapors will be blown away as it comes out through the stomata, so transpiration will speed up. जब हवा चल रही होती है तो जो वाटर वेपर्स स्टोमेटा पे मौजूद होते हैं वो उड़ जाते हैं और इट्स मीन कि उधर जगह खाली हो जाती है और उसकी जगह लेने के लिए न्यू वाटर वेपर्स आते हैं. सो इन विंडी डेज the rate of transpiration will increase. Humidity: on dry days the air can hold more water vapors, so transpiration will speed up. In dry days, जबकि हवा हमारी बहुत ड्राई होती है, so the dry air needs water. So this water comes from leaves, comes from plants by a process called transpiration. So when our air is dry, the rate of transpiration will increase. Time of a day: stomata are only open during the day in most plants, so transpiration will be faster then. Students, these are stomata and these are mostly closed open at daytime. So when they open, transpiration occurs. So they are open only in daytime, so transpiration rate is faster in daytime than in night time, because at night the stomata becomes closed. The transpiration stream: as a plant loses water by a transpiration, more water is pulled up in the xylem tubes to replace it, just as drink is pulled up drinking straw when you take a sip. Students, suppose जब हम जूस वगैरह पी रहे होते हैं तो जैसे ही हम कोई सिप लेते हैं तो स्ट्रॉ से ज़्यादा वाटर मूव करते हैं ऊपर, मतलब कि हम जूस का सिप लेते हैं तो जो वाटर है, जो जूस है, वो उस स्ट्रॉ से जल्दी से मूव करता है. सिमिलरली जब हम लीव्स से वाटर ट्रांसपायर करता है, ट्रांसपरेशन होती है वाटर की, तो जो जाइलम ट्यूब्स हैं, यू नो दैट जाइलम ट्यूब ट्रांसपोर्ट वाटर इन प्लांट्स, सो द जाइलम ट्यूब्स पुल मोर वाटर फ्रॉम द रूट्स. At the same time, water enters the xylem from the roots. Roots are covered in root hairs, which are tiny extensions of the outer cells of the roots. And xylem tubes takes water from the roots, and roots are covered by extensions called root hairs. Root hair increase the surface area of the roots, so the more water can be taken in. And we have read that root hairs are very important because they increase the surface area of the roots and they helps in the absorption of water from the soil. This flow of water in the xylem from roots to leaf is called the transpiration stream. What is transpiration stream? वाटर का सॉइल से रूट्स में जाना, रूट्स से जाइलम में और फिर जाइलम से लीव्स तक जाना और फिर लीव्स से वाटर का ट्रांसपायरेशन के ज़रिए रिमूव हो जाना, इस पूरी स्ट्रीम को बोलते हैं ट्रांसपायरेशन स्ट्रीम. So student, this is about the transpiration, in which we have learned that what is transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plant loses water from its leaves into the surrounding air. Next, we have read that the stomata controls the rate of transpiration. And different things like temperature, wind, humidity, and daytime are the factors that affects the speed of transpiration. Next, transpiration stream. In this transpiration stream, we have discussed that when water is removed from leaves, the xylem, more water moves in xylem tubes. So these xylem tubes takes more water from roots, and roots takes more water from the soil. So this sequence is called transpiration stream. I hope you will understand this. Thank you.